got better. Ain't on the movement. You better have a good reason to come out. Yeah, it's the season. Niggas gon' dumb out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm riding with my gun out just in case I got a bug out. I'm running with the hate, cause I ain't bring the love out. I'm cold in the streets, even when it's hot out. My mind fully loaded, so you know I took the slug route. I'm in it for the bag. I already had the clout. The work I put in,
You
no
already
need to
know
talk
what it is,
about.
B.
Nigga that was there, but it's all about.
Live at the Barbershop. What up?
What's good, man? What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm chilling, baby.
You having a pretty busy week in this
Yeah, man. This shit been
quarantine.
crazy, B.
Been crazy, man. Back to back.
Everybody home.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
Just
you
don't-
doing? Why you can't do an interview with Live at
Why
the
can't you
Barbershop?
pick up your phone, nigga? Put your
Pick your phone up, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
and talk to us.
Yo, the show we got today, B, we got like hip hop royalty in the
That's
building.
Fire.
For these rap niggas who like, yo, I rap. This is like top echelon right here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, say no more. We got motherfucking Ruck from Helter Skelter in the building. Yo, Ruck, what up?
Nah, no, you don't. You
Rock.
got Rock from Helter Skelter.
Rock. Tell me again.
Rock. Helter
My
Skelter.
bad. How the fuck
Mr.
I say
Monster from
Ruck?
Morocco.
Yo, you should have
'Cause
hit
we
me in
the
the head
same
with a pair of
nigga.
clippers.
I'm saying, cause we the same nigga. Cause we the same nigga. You know what
I would have took that clipper to the head like, my bad. I didn't ask for a part, though.
I'm saying?
What's good, though, baby?
I'm chilling like a villain.
Okay.
You know, quarantining. I mean, shit. I made the song Operation Lockdown. I'm built for this shit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's start it off, B. How the fuck you meet on Buckshot?
Through Steel. You know, that was
Mhm.
Buckshot was Steel, man. And you know, it was like, you know, it wasn't that deep once I met him. It was like, you know, Steel was, you know, Steel is from around my way. Steel from Smith and Wesson. And Buck was his man, and I didn't meet Buckshot until like Who Got the Props was already out when I met Buckshot. All of the other members of the boot camp I knew.
Okay.
You know, we had already done some growing together. I either knew him from real young or from high school times and shit like that.
Okay. Yo, you be doing this shit a long time, B.
Yeah. I was just doing a little bit. I was doing some inventory, like, you know, just a little mental inventory on all of the music that I released over the years, and it's been a lot, but technically it ain't enough. Like we've been in the game. I could vouch for when Nocturnal came out, and which was my first album. It came out in '96. You know what I mean? So that gives us 20 years plus. That gives us 24, 25 years in the game, some shit like that. But then some more if you count like Smith and Wesson album, because I was on that album. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And all of those years, I think I put out like 19, 20 projects. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, I feel like, you know, it could have been more. You know, if I put out 25 projects in 25 years, then that'd be dope.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? But a couple of years, a few years, like a few years would go by and I ain't put out nothing. But then some other years would go by and I put out a bunch. So, you know what I mean? That's still a lot though, like 20 somethings.
Yo, you like that, you know, you got that distinctive voice, like that, you know, bust, like, you know what I mean? At that time in hip hop, when niggas was coming at them 16s, were they just fiending for you to clean up that third verse?
Yeah. I couldn't get on the song first to save my life. Be like, and then I ain't want to round first either, because in my mind it meant something to go last. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I knew that I was built for the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was a compliment for a nigga to be like, all right, Rock, you go last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even back then, like, you know, when the songs was getting shorter and shorter, you know, back in the days, like in earlier hip hop, you know, you had like 9-10 minute, you know, songs, 15-minute songs and shit, like, or whatever. But you know, by the time I started putting out music, songs was generally 4 minutes long. You know what I mean? 5 minutes long was a long song.
A long joint.
And people had 5 minute joints on their album or whatever, but it would never be the single. But even in the 4 minute, 4.5 minute era, it wasn't guaranteed that a DJ would play the song to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I went last, they would. You
That's a
understand what
fact.
I'm saying? And that was, and I always, I used to always pat myself on the back for shit like that. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I used to be like, yeah,
I
I
like the
did
way
that.
you broke that shit down to mathematics. For a lot of MCs that don't know, what I'm saying, you spit in the 16. So when you break it down to a 4 on that neck bob, explain that to them, to these
Oh
people that's
yeah, I mean,
listening.
where you saw that at? Where you,
You was on the joint with Mav Hoffa and
you,
y'all was sitting in the
yeah,
barbershop and shit,
yeah.
and
Oh,
you
see, yeah,
explained
yeah,
that joint.
barbershop shit. Yeah, yeah. It's the
Mm-hmm.
theory. It's a concept that I call the number four is God.
Uh
You
huh.
know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, you know what I mean? Like if the first song any of us ever, like the oldest songs we ever known, like the ABC song, it follows the formula. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's um what it is like the formula is as such like everything is done by the number four, like 4 bar increments. Verses are usually 16 bars or 8 bars, or sometimes they 12, which is still a multiple of four. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You got hooks that are usually 8 bars, and nowadays you got these 2 part hooks where what I'm saying, they be longer, be long ass hook, but it'll still be whatever it is about to be a multiple of four.
Mm-hmm.
One bar is 4 bops to the head. Like you ask for it, who want beef, who here's war. That's 1 bar. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? 4 bops. Unless you're doing it that fast, and the funny niggas really better watch yourself. Got a gun, but you then you might double it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Depending on how you count. Or you could just choose to count it the same way, just slow it down,
Mm-hmm.
and but basically it equals out every time. It's all about the number four. And whenever you rhyme and you break, like, well, whenever you rhyme, you should have the words that rhyme
Mm-hmm.
close to the end of the bar. I mean, you could have 20 words that rhyme in between the bars, but the word that rhymes with the end of the first bar, I mean, the second bar, the end of the second bar needs to rhyme with the end of the first bar, and you could switch it after that. But if you don't switch it, you know what I'm saying. If the third bar rhymes with the second bar,
Mm-hmm.
then the fourth bar has to rhyme with all 4 of those bars. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get it twisted, you could break the rule, but you need to know that it's a rule you breaking, and you need to know how to freak it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do that, you cause the listener's head to stop bopping for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening is they're now looking for the rhythm. They're
Mm-hmm.
now looking for the rhyme. You know what I'm saying? So they're not just grooving, they searching right now. You know what I mean? And which
Mm-hmm.
is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you know what you're doing, it's cool to play with the listener's emotions like that and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you have to that it has to you have to you it involves, like, you have to get to a point where breaking that rule feels funny.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know what I'm saying, whenever you do that, you like, whoa, like that feel wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in that space, then you can break the rule and you'll know how to freak it and bring it back around and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
love the
yeah.
way you said Sheik Luke, he break the rule, but like if you ask say 10 people, you know what I mean, who's your
Hmm.
favorite in that locks group? Like mine's when they first started, it changed, through time, but when they
Hmm.
first started, um Big Boy Sheik Luke's was always my favorite, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was my favorite at first too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It just, it went down. But I mean, and and it was because I was kind of penalizing Jada and Styles,
Mhm.
because one of them sounded like Jay-Z, and two of them and both of them sounded alike to me. I couldn't tell them apart.
Mhm.
All I knew was that one of them sounded like Jay-Z a little bit to me. So, I kind of, in my own little score, in my own little mental scoring card, I took points off for that. But
Mhm.
over time, it's always switched for me too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? but Sheik had that one thing, like where Sheik would be saying some of the most gorilla shit. I'm like, yo, this is my kind of shit he talking.
Yeah.
But he just
Word.
but he just didn't follow that format all the way. And I don't know if he, I don't know if he was aware of it or he
Mm-hmm.
just, or he don't, he don't care about that. Cause I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
so ain't nobody got to follow my rules. This is just my, this is just what I've discovered. Like
Yeah.
I didn't write my book yet. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? But shout out to them. You know what I
But
mean?
when you talk about, you sit back and you think about it, you be like, all right, who influenced you?
Kane, Rakim, G Rap, KRS-One, and
Mm-hmm.
NWA originally. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, um, dudes like UTFO and the Fat Boys made me fall in love with hip hop. But
Mm-hmm.
those five acts, Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, and G Rap, and NWA, that's the foundation of the way I rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
And like without without doubt, without question, like with no wavering, without no uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
Kane Rakim, G Rap, and KRS-One is where I got all of this flow from,
Mm-hmm.
and all of this attitude came from NWA. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the attitude came from me, period. But NWA just let me know that I was allowed to rap that
Okay.
way.
So when you sit back, you think about technology. You think technology is tearing up the proper the way old school do it to the new school. You think technology is tearing a wrench in that?
I mean, I don't know. It's a yes and a no. It depends on what you value. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like if you value keeping hip hop sound in a certain way, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does hurt it. But if you don't, if you value just, if you want some, listen, B, fuck the labels. They raping us. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? We need all the money we can be getting off of this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then you are on the side of technology. You look forward to more. You look
Mm-hmm.
you look forward to technology catching up some more. Like it's like it's still certain shit that, like, you got a lot of artists that that are blowing up off of, they becoming successful
Mm-hmm.
just off of the internet and all of that. But at the same time, no, I mean, like, all this internet shit is kind of new to us, and they just made this shit up, and they just made up rules for it. Like, do you know the percentage you get off of one of your fucking views on, like, or one of your streams on one of these streaming platforms? Like, the numbers when you look at the actual, the numbers are disrespectful. You understand? That's
Facts.
because we don't own nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? All we own is our music. Some of us. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We own our thoughts, but we don't own the thing that makes the money making possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't own the avenue. Like, if we was, at least, if we was, like, when niggas was selling, yo, get your feet off of that, man. Damn. At least, when when we was like, if when it was all CDs and shit, like, dudes could press their shit up and sell their shit out the trunk. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You got all the the legends like Master P and the dudes from the Bay Area who was big on out of the trunk shit. Just and the South in general,
Ludicrous.
you
Mm-hmm.
getting your money. Like, you are getting your money for people listening to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Now the streaming shit then came up, pushed everything else out the way. And it's like, yeah, you could do it all on your own and all of that, but people watching your shit a million times, and and how much you get for it.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? It's still raping and robbing niggas. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we need more technology. You know what I'm saying? We need some more of it in our own hands. You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact. Yo, when you think it was cool not to write your raps, cause you see how these new dudes, they like everybody think it's popular to be like, yo, I ain't write that, son. And like
I mean,
when
I
we was
don't care
coming
about
up,
them. I don't worry about dudes like that. I don't.
uh huh,
Like, Can they rap? Can they out rap me?
Doubt it.
So then, who cares how they wrote it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let niggas do what they do. Like, you understand? We as a I don't know, as a species, I want to say. I don't even know. I know because I don't know enough people in different countries. I know people in different countries, but not enough people. But
Mm-hmm.
we as a hip hop community, we be on some bullshit and we need to stop it. You, me,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody else. Like, I'm working on myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you know what it is I'm talking about. It's like, let people do what they do, how they do it. Be
Mm-hmm.
like, just because it ain't the way you do it, so fucking what?
Yeah,
You
that's a
understand what I'm
fact.
saying? I
Makes
mean,
sense. All right.
like it's all cool. Like it's all good to have our opinions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like it better this way. You like it better that way. That's cool. But to ask me, to to place a vote on that right there, like you know what I'm saying, like for you to ask every artist who you interview on here, how you feel about that, and la 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 la, and
Mm-hmm.
just this, and for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, like you have you know where you fall on that side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that shit is, I'm like that's it's kind of, it's unnecessary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It creates negative attention, like negative energy towards one or the other. It's a negative connotation on the dudes who don't write their shit. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's us saying that, just because, it's us saying that when you ask that question, it to most people it is it I mean, to anybody who still writes their shit,
Mm-hmm.
they would probably say, "Nah, I write my shit or whatever, and I don't know about all them niggas and la 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 la," and then begins the negative connotation towards the niggas who don't write their shit.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
In
fact.
all reality, they write their shit too. They just don't put it on paper. They don't
Mm-hmm.
write it.
Yeah.
They're not freestyling it. There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference between freestyling and what they do. They just take a picture of the words in their mind
Mm-hmm.
and then spit them piece by piece. That's just like me writing and spitting piece by piece. I
Yeah.
just don't write it down. I mean, technically speaking, I feel like I can get more into detail, wow, if I actually write it down, because I can go back and tweak shit. But I've written some dope verses without actually writing them, just because I didn't have a pen and paper at the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
my verse on the Smith and Wesson album, on the first Smith and Wesson album, Session at the Dog Hilly, it was only an 8 bar verse, but I wrote that shit walking through downtown Manhattan.
Uh-huh.
You cannot put your head down and write no shit walking through downtown Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, low, like down where the courts and shit is. You close to Chinatown and all of that shit. Like, it's
Okay.
wild crowded out there. You know what I'm saying? And this was long before niggas was writing in their phones and shit like that. You had to actually write some shit.
Yeah.
And the thoughts was coming to me too fast. I'm like, nah, I'm not about to stop what I'm doing. And I wrote that verse in my head. You understand
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I said the first 2 lines, I added a third one, added a fourth one, all the way till I got up to 8, and I held it.
Mm.
And
Super dope.
before I knew it, we was working on a song where they only needed 8 bars from me. I was like, ha
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
ha. Then there's another one. I did it, I did it another time. I was sitting in a barber shop. I was getting a haircut, and
Mm-hmm.
this was a long time ago because I don't get haircuts in barber shops no more. I did too much dirt and caught niggas slipping, coming out of too many compromising positions and shit for me to be
Yeah.
sitting in the
Word.
barber shop like this for a half hour. You know what I'm saying? Where a nigga could look at me, see me, go home, get who and whatever he gonna go get, and know I'ma still be sitting there when he come back.
Mm-hmm.
So for a long time, I hadn't really fucked with barbershops. It's my own guilty conscience and all the dirt I did back in the days. But like, what was I saying? What was I going with that? It's okay. You can help.
With the what's the name? What you was talking about while you doing your thing, you don't go to the barbershops because you feel like those places are not the
No,
spot
what
to
I was
be.
I brung that up for something else. It was something else I was bringing that up for.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Well, shit, we gotta go to the tape.
You
Definitely
don't go to
raps though.
that.
We was talking about raps. How,
Oh,
how
oh,
you how you wrote the raps off the top
oh
of your
yeah,
head. You was
exactly.
telling me about the
There you
second
go.
time you did it.
There you go. So I'm saying, so that was there. You go. See, let's work through this, right? So,
Yeah,
uh,
I got your back, baby.
right. So, like I'm saying that was such a long time ago.
Uh
This
huh.
is when I still used to go sit in barbershops on a regular, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote my second verse like that. I mean, it's because I was sitting in the chair and I couldn't write. Nigga was working on my lineup and shit. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
nothing I could do. But so I just came up with 16 bars
Mm.
some ridiculousness because I was sitting there for a while. And yeah, it's not like like I said again. I stress the point. It's not like they're not writing it. They
Mm-hmm.
just aren't using paper to write it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I think
And
Big did that shit the best because like so many people paint the picture of him sitting there and he just watching the room and everybody be like, yo, that nigga just be bobbing his head just
I
thinking.
mean, but let me tell you, I promise you this. I saw Biggie write before.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not like I saw him write. I got one song in my life with Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Biggie own one song together, and he
Okay.
wrote that verse on a yellow
Mm-hmm.
piece of paper.
Mm. You probably can't
He
even
went
buy that shit no more.
he went first.
Uh
He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. It was like 19 niggas getting on the song. He's like, nah, I'm getting out of here.
huh.
Fuck this shit. Nah, I
Yo,
mean, but
when you do the collabos, how you work that thing out? You send out the record or you
I mean, it all depends. Like, I mean, whatever nigga need, however it got to get done. I'm pretty versatile. I mean,
mm,
it's all just rapping to me. That's the one thing that you can't tell me I don't do well.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it don't really matter. Like, as far as a microphone is a microphone is a microphone to me. Like,
Mm,
it don't matter if I'm sitting there with you. It don't matter if I'm sitting in a room alone with just the engineer. Like, however it gotta get done, it'll get done. Some dudes will want the whole experience of being in the in the studio with the Rockness Monster and all that shit. And
mm-hmm.
I'd be like, all right, well, like
That's
I charge
extra.
him for that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
extra.
charge him for that. Yeah, like because everything, everything costs. Like my
Mm-hmm.
train, like gas money to get to that bitch where you at or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that.
And the
You know what I mean?
inconvenience of it.
Yeah. So, but I
So
do it. I do however you want it. We get it jumping.
so if you got a rap out there, a lot of people watch live at the barbershop. All the spitters. If you got somebody out there being like, yo, all right, what kind of change do I need to even have a conversation with them? 100 there, 1,000 there? What they need to be?
Well, just send me an email. Word up. Send me an email.
If it's hot, it's hot.
Word. Yo, that might have been the best answer we got.
Like
Just
that.
send an email. teamrockness@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
There you
You know
go.
what I mean? We'll get you right.
Yo,
I
you
mean,
remember your first joint you wrote? Ain't mean to cut you off.
what the first rhyme I ever wrote?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember it. I remember what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
It was a say no to drugs rhyme. I was 11 years old.
Mm. That's super
Word up.
dope. You remember the first album you picked up?
First album I bought? I don't know.
Mine's the Fat Boys.
I was too young. I couldn't really get music. I couldn't buy nothing of my own when Fat Boys came out really. But I think one of the first albums I might have bought might have been Dana Dane or Slick Rick. It might have been
Mm.
Dana Dane.
Mm,
Word up.
Dana Dane has some shit.
word.
Hmm.
Yo, he go down as like one of the top storytellers.
Who came first, Dana Dane or Slick Rick?
I'm gonna say Dana Dane. Dana Dane with fame. Nah, Slick
I
Rick came
don't.
first. Yeah, Slick. Soon as I said that shit, I'm like, nah. I knew where I was at when I heard it. Slick Rick came first.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Word.
Word
Yeah,
bug.
Slick and Dane. only thing I feel like I remember hearing like Slick Rick might have came out. I don't know if they had some overlap. Like Slick Rick might have came out with Dougie Fresh first, and
Yep.
then Dana Dane put out some stuff. Because I feel like I remember myself singing Dana Dane songs in junior high school, and I feel like Slick Rick Children's Story came out when I was in high school.
Yeah,
But
no, the children's story came out after Dane was already hot.
but
That's a fact.
but Slick Rick with the show and all of that, him and Dougie Fresh was first before all that shit.
Yeah, that shit was fucking fire, my G.
Right.
Yo, if you could sit back and you be like, yo, damn, you got the boroughs, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Long Island. What would you say was the one with the most home runs? I always
What do you
say
mean
it's
when you
a
say home runs? I mean, if you mean
hot, hot,
platinum
hot,
records, then
hot joints. It don't matter
I
if
mean,
it went platinum or you know what I mean?
right?
Just
Because
like
I'm
that
about to
shit was
say
just fire.
if it went platinum or something like that, then that's not even a matter of opinion no more. You could fact check that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But if you just talking about who, you know what I'm saying?
the Heat.
Uh,
I
yeah,
always
with
get an
that heat.
argument. It's always Brooklyn and Queens got the most
I
home
mean,
runs.
Brooklyn and Queens got the most. I mean, those are the biggest boroughs, I think.
Hmm.
And they just got so. I mean, like Queens got a long history of legendary niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
From a bunch of them come from one ass projects. Like how many niggas from Queensbridge? Like Nas,
It's like
fucking
50 of them.
Half a Capone and Noriega, half a Mob Deep,
Yeah.
um, fucking Tragedy, uh,
Oh boy, that did the bridge, the bridge.
MC Shan,
Yup,
like
yup.
niggas is deep over there. Roxanne Shante from there too.
Hmm.
Same Queensbridge Friday. Like there's a lot of them. And then, that's just them projects. We ain't even so fucking LL, Run DMC, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. Queens got a lot. They do. There's nothing to sneeze at. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um, fucking Onyx, the Lost Boys.
Yeah, you keep going.
Facts.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Queens is
That's
deep. I
Them
crazy.
mean,
boys was hitting some home runs.
yeah, they was. And real talk, like between, and I'm saying this as a Brooklyn nigga, right? But like Nas and Mobb Deep, them niggas put out some of the most New Yorkish New York albums.
Facts. Big facts.
Like, like them, like them niggas are they are so typical New York.
Yeah.
Like they are a typical like a excellent representation of what New York niggas look and sounded like
Word.
in
That's
the
a fact.
Big
'90s.
facts.
You know
Big
what I'm
facts.
saying? Like like from cause like where we was the boot camp clique, right? As dope as we was, we had our thing that
Hmm.
was that was boot camp. Like
Hmm.
our the military shit was our calling card. You know what I mean? And everybody wasn't on it like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we got a lot of people followed our wave, but that wasn't everybody's wave. Like we was the grimy wave. We was the wave that went against the fly shit. Who don't want
Yeah.
to be fly?
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, like every kid in the ghetto want to get out, get some riches, and la 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 la. We was different from that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Wu Tang was as dope as they were, probably one of the biggest groups in the world. They had their kung fu shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That was something everybody wasn't necessarily on that. It was something that made them special. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Or something else that made them special. But with like Mobb Deep and Nas, nah, that was the projects right there.
Word.
Yeah.
Period.
Project
You know what I'm
swagged
saying?
out.
Pissy hole.
The
Yeah,
way they talk,
yeah,
Easy. Word.
done. They
yeah.
had
That's
that done talk. Yo, what
yeah.
up,
That
done?
like that was definitely, you know what I'm saying. But Brooklyn, we had a lot of niggas though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
definitely
Mm-hmm.
had, with on the, we all of the best star boys, Jay Z, Biggie, Kane,
MOP.
uh, well MOP is Brownsvillians, so we
Yeah.
get on, you know, uh, Brownsville. You had the whole boot camp.
Y'all niggas was on fire.
You had boot camp. You had fucking shit. Two of the members of Wu Tang are from Brooklyn.
That's a
You
fact.
know what I
Facts.
That's a
mean?
big fact.
Well, actually, three or four of them are, but but ODB and Jizza, like they put out real, like they put out real influential music.
Mm-hmm.
Like they albums was big out of, what I'm saying, out of the Wu and shit. But it's just so much. Like it's like we could go all day trying to, which is just so much heat came out of those two boroughs. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Harlem is a smaller borough. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like we could like as far as niggas who did dope shit, I feel like it's less. I mean, it's fucked up that we relegate all of Manhattan to just Harlem because it's not just Harlem. You understand what I'm saying? But
But that's how it get broke up. Cause you talk
yeah,
about
it's like
down the way niggas, they downtown, uptown, you
and
know what I'm saying?
I'm saying LES niggas is still is they still part of that borough though.
That borough,
Yeah.
that's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
But they down the
They
way
don't got
niggas.
they ain't got no representatives. I mean, so shout out to the homie my homie True Life.
True life.
You know what I'm saying?
He got some new records that's tough.
He do. I ain't heard him yet. I ain't heard him, but I heard. I know he on this shit though. I heard he was out and out this bitch like a like a bat out of hell and shit. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? But
Word. He was a
but
tough
I haven't
cookie.
heard him. Yeah, he was.
Word
You know what I'm saying?
up. Word up.
He got relatives that that know us that we rock
Hmm.
with and shit. Now
Yo,
he got roots with the Decepticons.
that's what I was about to bring up. Let's talk about some of that shit. Cause boy, I used to move around. I grew up in Mount Vernon, came up in Long
Hmm.
Island, but I would be everywhere. Queens, over there, Rochdale Village heavy, Brooklyn. I had an aunt out there, so I would move around a lot. You know what I'm saying? And boy, when y'all
Hmm.
came in, and I'm like, damn, these niggas is fucking gay. Everybody got on fatigues and they just taking niggas chains.
I'm gonna tuck mine real
This shit
quick.
Yeah.
different. I'm gonna tuck mine
I'm
in.
gonna tuck mine in real quick.
This shit different. Boy, I
Yeah.
used to tear shit up, boy. And that was before the blood and Crip shit even hit New
Yeah.
York. When we thought, I ain't gonna front, niggas from New York thought that shit was funny. Cause a lot of them dudes, they had like the Jerry curls and the way they wore they sneakers was totally different from
Yeah.
our
At
norm.
first. Yeah. I mean, people. I mean, that's the nature of people. People. They see something different and they kind of shun it. But
Mm,
all it takes is a little bit of understanding, and you'll see. Like
Word.
as a New Yorker, like we always grew up thinking we was the hardest shit ever.
that's a
But
fact.
when you really travel, you see it's some cities out there,
Some
boy.
cities out
Hmm.
there. Word.
Like
And they
right in the
hungry.
states, like man, like
Niggas
for
be
real,
hungry.
like yeah, niggas be hungry and they be having different gun laws and all kind of shit, so they should be way different.
That
Yeah.
big facts.
You know what
Nigga
I'm
pull out some
saying?
shit that shoot down an airplane.
Right, niggas like let's keep it official. We not running around with those in New York. If you got one, you keep it in the crib somewhere, tucked
Word up.
away for the
Hmm.
for the zombie apocalypse and shit. Because if you let off a chopper in Brownsville, everything that you always hear people talk about, police ain't allowed to do that. They can't just run. They gonna do all of that.
Hmm.
Word. Big fact.
They
That's a
about to
fact.
do all of that. They about to
Hmm.
go up like everything that you think is illegal. They about to do all of that to get that
Hmm.
out of there.
That's a
You
fact.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're not playing around. New York is a police state. They don't call that shit the Empire State for no reason. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like that shit is non-coincidental. Bet that.
Yo, y'all dudes used to come to Queens. Y'all go everywhere. Nigga get on that mic. I don't give a fuck if you in Poughkeepsie. When they be like, yo, is Brooklyn in the house? That whole fucking shit be going crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, that's dope. I always like that about Brooklyn.
Hmm.
How you can find Brooklyn niggas a little bit of everywhere.
Yo, y'all
Yeah, but
remember the tunnel days?
yeah, brother. Yeah, they had a tunnel reunion recently.
It ain't the same though.
I mean, it definitely wasn't the same, but
The aggression gone.
I felt, I mean, I don't need all of that though, because fuck it, man, we grown. Listen, B,
Word.
come on, B, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
this be the bullshit with hip hop.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, and I can say this because I've been here long enough. Hip hop only 40 something years old. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
That's a
Mhm.
fact.
we the same age, and I've been here for half the time. And people say things, grown men, grown hip hoppers see me and bow. So I feel
Hmm.
like I can say some things about this shit. And we be on some bullshit, be
That's a fact.
Mhm.
like we be now. Granted, I will say that like that the tunnel reunion wasn't the same, but not for that reason. You understand
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Not for that. I mean, like, listen, B, I'm a Brooklyn nigga to the core, but you know why I love traveling so much? Like I love traveling more than anything, more than I mean, just other outside of rapping on stages because that's my favorite thing to do. But the people are nice.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's a
Anywhere you
fact.
step out of New York. Anywhere you step out of New York.
Yeah, B, and what what I'm supposed to be like? I'm supposed to be like, I mean, I guess you got some people that'll be like, yo, I don't like all that shit or whatever. I need some, man, whatever. Be like, I used to be a good old grumpy. I was a grouchy ass kid till I started traveling. You understand?
Hmm.
Well, I told you, like, I didn't get my attitude from NWA. NWA just let me know that it was okay to put the attitude I had in the records because I
Hmm.
was a grumpy little nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the youngest kid in my crib. I had an older brother who would beat you up for breakfast. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? My mom's was mean as shit, and my sister was the toughest out of all of us. Like, she was just
Hmm.
foul too. Like, just plain foul. Like,
Hmm.
I could be laying on the floor drawing, and she'd come step on my motherfucking fingers and shit. Like, it was just a whole. Being the youngest, you don't get no respect in the crib. You just gotta do what they say and this, that, and the third. So I was an angry little nigga.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was cool with being angry, but who the fuck? How you gonna hate on being in a good mood? How you
Hmm.
gonna hate on how does one hate on people being nice to you? What is wrong with you?
Right.
Yo, you know what's bugged out is like you can go somewhere and nigga be like, yo, good morning, have a nice day, pardon me, or open the door for you. A typical New York nigga gonna be like, yo, them niggas is pussy, son.
Yeah, son. Like, yeah, son. That's what I'm talking about. Like, for you to sit here and say the aggression going, what do you want? It would have been better if somebody would have got robbed in there that night because some shit used to go on in the tunnel, bro. We don't want to go back there, son. Nah, son.
Yo, I ain't
No,
gonna
son.
front though, so that
That's
shit like it was just a whole different vibe, b. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying?
Word.
I'm gonna tell
Because
you
I,
something,
I
son.
love that.
Me,
You check it.
I feel
I
you.
just I love that vibe to where it's like I can approach a nigga. Like I see a nigga when I'm shopping in on the Ave. Or nigga got the same car as me. We buying jewelry in the same spot.
Mhm.
But like now that rope, once that rope come in play, that shit changed hip hop for me.
What, the velvet rope?
Yeah, niggas is unapproachable. You can't be like, yo, son, that when I seen you one day, I was like, yo, son, you doing your thing, B. He's like, good looking. Just on some walk by shit, cause I would be in like all the clubs all the time. And I
Mm-hmm.
seen y'all niggas, I was just like, yo, son, you doing your thing, boy. He was like, good looking. And y'all was a little deep, you buckshot, y'all was a little, walking through.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas wasn't on no dickhead shit. Like, nigga, shit, you know what I'm saying? You're good looking.
Nah, but we had dickheads in the crew. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We definitely did. Like, it's three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every maybe even maybe even four, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every group in the boot, because we can group the boot camp is a group made up of groups.
Of groups.
Every group in the boot camp has an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, every one of us. I mean, every one of the groups had an asshole. And
Mm-hmm.
Helter Skelter, it was rough. Although we would, although we would reverse roles every once in a while. Like I said, when I first came in the game, like before I had did all of this traveling and shit, like the game made me a nicer person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy about that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm proud, I'm glad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know some people who be like, I'm being too nice. I got to take it back to when I ain't give a fuck and shit. And
Slap the
and
shit
and
out of somebody.
I know, and I understand those sentiments. I get it. I get those feelings and shit. But what I'm trying to say is like, like when I first came in the game, I was really on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like a fan would look, if I seen a fan looking at me crazy, just trying to see if that's really the nigga with the deep voice on the train with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, like, what the fuck? Looking at me crazy, and I'm looking at them like, I'm
What
like,
is this?
yo, son, did we rob this nigga before?
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck is this nigga looking over here? Like, I'm ready to go punch on him. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And niggas is
It's a
like,
fan. It's a
no,
fan,
son,
right?
that's the fan, dummy. Like,
He
like,
buying albums. That's the
right? You know
last
what I'm
one you want
saying?
to beat up.
So I had to learn all that. Like, I had to learn all of that shit. It was like I had to. It was an unlearning process. I had to unlearn a lot of the bullshit I grew up doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In order to enjoy some of the shit that I was, this shit that was happening, because people look at me and a lot of times people look at me and they intimidated, and I be bugging because in my mind I'm the coolest nigga in the world, but people still look at me and they see a certain something, and then they got what they all they got to go off of is the music. Like I make aggressive music, and if
Mm-hmm.
you have memories of me that are older than 20 years, then
Yeah.
you might have, understand what I'm saying? You might have seen a
Different
different
side.
version of me, and it's like, yo,
Word.
and so I have to be mindful. I got to be mindful of all of that kind of shit. But but like that tunnel shit was dope. Only thing I felt like was whack about it. I mean, wasn't reminiscent. Is it was certain shit that they didn't do. It was like they had some open mic type of showcase shit going. It wasn't an open mic shit, but they had some New Jacks performing type of showcasery going on. Like that would have never happened. Like you
Nah. If it wasn't
all you
hot,
ever
you
yeah,
wouldn't
like
get on that tunnel stage.
they was doing a lot of catering to the young people
Mm-hmm.
that was in there. You know what I mean? But some of the vibe that was going on in there, like a lot of it, because I did see some shit that was different, like some shit that looked like more like the tunnel on a Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
which ain't our thing. You know what I'm saying? But you've seen a little bit of that walking around in there.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you stayed out of the line of sight of that, then you got the what was most important about the tunnel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The fact that this shit was packed,
To the
right?
max.
To the max. And it was a bunch of attractive people there. You understand? I
Yeah.
used to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and rappers in there, and the just that vibe, that wall to wall,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever they played music from, because they didn't just focus on our era. They was taking it back and forth from old shit to new shit. But whenever they would play shit like, from the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
you felt like you was in the motherfucking tunnel for real.
Yeah.
You did.
Yo, I know it's like a ton of actors out there. Everybody, got who they favorites is that remind them of them. So, nigga, your life is a movie, B. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see it. So, if you say, all right, we did a movie, who will be that pick to say, all right, let's play rock?
I don't know, B. Like, I don't know. I never put much thought into that.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know.
What
Like,
you
I don't
rolling up
see
some
too
Reggie?
Reggie. like,
Give
I'm
you a
not even
curveball real
offended.
quick.
I'm not offended by that question. I'm just like, where do you find that at these days? Like,
Yeah. Nigga rolling up a Tyson bag.
word, like you can't even find Reggie no more.
Remember them big ass dime bags and Nick bags?
The bricks,
The pillows, big old pillows.
the Tyson bricks.
Shit's this big, son.
Word.
Yo, you know what's ill about back in the days, my G? To change the subject, Remember how you could be in a club and you'll spark up some dro or something like that. Know what I mean? How motherfuckers would just walk up to you like, "Yo, what up, son? What's your name, B? Yo, you know what I'm
Just
saying?
because he lit up, yeah.
What's good with you, son?" Like asking you mad dumb questions, but what they really want to say is,
Yeah,
"Yo, can I
pass that
smoke
shit.
with you, bro?"
Yeah, I'm
Fuck out of
I'm
here.
I'm what you call a spin doctor when it comes to those. He like, I stand right there because I'll be standing right there listening to them talk
Mm-hmm.
and pass the blunt right to my man.
Like who the fuck is this? Yo,
Like,
you said
yeah,
a ill line. You said, "Yo, um, that ain't a chain. That's a necklace."
yeah.
Yo, that shit sat with me because I tease a lot of niggas with that old school lies, man.
I got that. You know where I got that line from? Where that line was that line was spawned from? From the Boondocks, the
Uh-huh.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Word
I think I
by.
know what episode you talking
I
about.
He said, "Nigga,
don't
that's a
remember.
necklace."
Hey, that's a necklace. That ain't no chain. That's a necklace. I cried.
Word.
Oh shit.
Word.
Yo, if you could say something to Sean Price, rest in peace to that guy, son. Know what I mean? That you never said, or any words that just come from the top while you smoking. What would it be?
Nigga, wait till you hear this new shit.
Uh-huh. That crack
Fire.
cocaine?
Fire.
Yeah, nigga. Like, when you hear this new shit, B,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear nothing. Don't say shit.
Mm.
That's it.
That's it.
Yo, that boy got the bars that you just want to just slap
Insane.
somebody.
Insane.
Like,
Word.
just let me slap a nigga. Like, he had them bars, B.
Word. Big facts. Big
And
facts.
then you
Yeah.
would always come in like, "Rah." Know what I mean? Like,
Nah,
y'all chemistry was,
Nutty.
nigga, one of a
I,
kind, B. One of one.
Word.
I feel like you're sleeping on my bars a little bit, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you
Never
got
that.
it.
Never that.
I get it. I got this.
You got it,
I'm
kid.
I
giving you
got.
like, I'm giving you the layup.
I'm getting a sense and a hinge. A tinge
Nah, B.
of
Nah. You looking through a
that's
tenant window. Probably like a
nah.
Volvo
No,
tenant
you know what I'm
window.
saying? Because a lot of people, my voice distracted a lot of people from what I was actually saying, and
Uh-huh.
a lot of people, they get caught up in that, and I appreciate it. I used to resent it a little bit, but fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You appreciate your gifts and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That made me, that if it made me doper, it made me doper. But um, I be saying some shit like I'm
Yeah, B.
like I'm like that's why my favorite Helter Skelter album to listen to is today is Dirt,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
because on that album you could hear me and P at almost our highest. I wouldn't even say that for him,
Mm-hmm.
like because he was doper on some projects than he like on some of his solo shit. He was more ridiculous than he was on Dirt. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But as a group, Helter Skelter chemistry, like what might have been at its all-time high on Dirt. It's like we were seasoned professionals. It was like everything we knew was at its peak to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When we came back together for that album,
Mm.
like that shit was ridiculous lyrically. Like Nocturnal was the best, like conceptually put together. Like it was like it told a dope story.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum Force was the most fun making, but Dirt is the best lyrically without question to me.
Yeah. That boy was a problem, son.
Word.
Yo, if you could sit back and be like, "Yo, this how this whole shit started." When did it? Was it middle school, high school for you guys?
Well, I mean, for me, it started in high school. Like I wrote my first rhyme when I was 11. That was the only rhyme I had for that whole year. And
Mm-hmm.
then I wrote another one when I was 12. So now I had two rhymes for that whole year. And when I got to, when I got to high school, I was still 13 because my birthday is in November and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I started writing rhymes.
You want to tell these people about that story when you say, "Yo, only motherfuckers who bodied the shit was me, my cousin, and then you was like, oh boy,
Oh yeah,
that was an ill
that
story."
was yeah, that was in high school. That was when me and P linked up.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? It was because my second high school, like they kicked me out of my first high school, and they 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 put me all the way in like the basically one of the worst high schools you could go, like one of the bottom of the barrel high schools and
Mm-hmm.
shit. It was alternative school, and I landed in that school with dudes who was with his squad, like not just niggas he know, niggas that when he come home from school, these are the niggas he hang out with. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And like two of these niggas was in my homeroom,
Mm-hmm.
and niggas was psychos. I don't, and psychos link up with. Well, I don't even. I never really thought I was psycho. I was just angry, and I guess they saw use in that. But
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of linked up with them niggas, and um, I started hanging out with them niggas, and they was already DCEPs. I was already a DCEP, and niggas would talk a whole bunch of DCEP stories, and the name Ruck would come up often, like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, who is this? I'm like, who's Ruck? Like because in some of the stories, it'll sound like they was with this nigga last night. You know what I'm saying? I was just with
Yeah.
you niggas yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And and what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like I was just with you niggas yesterday. How I miss him? Who is this Ruck nigga? And they would be like, you know him. I'm telling you, you know him. His name's Sean. His name's Sean Price. I'm like, nigga, you know how many Seans I know? Like my brother named Sean. This is the Sean and the Sean and the Sean and the Sean. Right? And
Mm-hmm.
shit, my first rap partner name was Sean. Her name was Buckshot, but she was, her government name was still Sean. So I'm like, you're
Mm-hmm.
not helping me with the Sean shit, right? And some days will go by, or some time went by a little bit, I guess a week, whatever, who knows. And it was a it's this club in Brownsville that's fucking like legend is notorious and legendary for being a scary thing because it's not really like Brownsville ain't got no clubs till this day. Brownsville ain't got no lounges and no bars and no shit like that. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
can't have that out there. No, it's not gonna work. There will be blood, right? But this shit used to be, there's a story of how one time Kane and niggas came, Big Daddy Kane and the niggas did a show at the Future. The Future got shot up. Mad people got shot. La 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 la. Shit was terrible. But
Mm-hmm.
excuse me. But and I never went to that shit. Like I never used to go to that shit. Niggas from my block, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sackman Street boys, we didn't fuck with that place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're a very contained building. Like
Mm-hmm.
anyway. But me and my new friends, you know what I'm saying, from my new high school of psychos and shit, I'm hanging out with these niggas. These niggas, they from the other side of Brownsville. They go over there and shit. I'm hanging out with them niggas, and I say, I figure, hey, what the hell? I go there. I go there one night, and they had some open mic shit going on, and it went off. The shit went off without a hitch. It wasn't no violence or nothing. I made
Uh-huh.
it in there, made it out of there without nobody getting hurt. And the next day, we was talking about the open mic shit. Uh, I rapped. My former partner was there, the other Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lady Champagne, right? She was a
Okay.
beast, right? Um, Payne rhymed, I rhymed, and a whole bunch of other trash niggas rhymed, and one other dude kind of got busy. No, one other dude did get busy, right? And that dude was Sean. You know what I'm saying? So like the next day when we in the park talking about the shit, me and my psycho friends from my new high school,
Uh-huh.
we talking about last night at the club or Friday night at the Future was the name of the spot, and we talking about all the trash niggas that was there. I'm like, only niggas who got big, only one got this. Everybody was trash except me and my cousin. And one of the niggas was like, one of my niggas was like, and Ruck. I'm like, Ruck. So there's that name again. I'm like, Ruck was there last night. They're like, yeah. The only other nigga who got it. I'm like, aha.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean, I knew since I was a kid. We was play cousins. Our mothers was friends. I just
Okay.
didn't know Ruck. You know what I'm saying? But so then I don't know, like a few minutes later, Ruck walked in the park for the first time. I mean, he had walked for the first time while I was there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, oh shit, my nigga,
Yeah.
and it all started right
That's
there.
fire. That's
Mm-hmm.
fire.
That's crazy, son. You ain't gonna front that Operation Lockdown video. That shit, boy. That's some spooky, scary shit, and that shit hot to death to this day.
Mhm. That
Whose
shit
idea was
crazy.
that?
What
The
the
Indian,
video?
yeah, the way I came
That
up with them.
was that was a that might have been Drew High's idea.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel, chill out. That might have been Drew High's idea.
Mm-hmm.
We originally did. There's two videos for that song. The original video is a darker, grittier. I mean, I don't know. It might more grimy video. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Less colorful and shit. Um, but the video was supposed to cost us $80,000. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And niggas had already paid the director a deposit of 40 grand, and he gave us back this version, the first cut or whatever, and niggas wasn't feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
We was like, nah, B. You know what I'm saying? You call these special effects. You said it was supposed to be special effects. These is
Yeah.
fucking camera tricks. B, it's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A camera trick is not the same thing as a fucking special effect. We want our money back, but we ain't get our money back. We just took the back end of his money and we shot the other video. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I think Drew High it might have been Drew High and Buckshot. You know what I mean?
That shit was fire.
But they came up with that idea for the Indians. It
You ain't
could have
gonna.
been Buckshot because Buckshot
Uh-huh.
is one of those wild, super duper smart niggas who know shit beyond. Like you be like, huh? When did you learn how to speak Arabic? He'd be like, I always spoke Arabic. What? Like you understand what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah.
He one of those niggas, and and and
Pass me that.
he's smart. and
Yeah.
he and he's smart enough to have already known that that all of us weren't brought here on the slave ship. Some of us were already here. You
Uh-huh.
understand what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he may have already known that, and that idea. He deep like that. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yo, that LaFleur, boy. That record is like, know what I mean? That if you play that with something, you gotta play that with like a wool joint, like one of them type. Know what I mean? How you feel about that record?
I mean, it's cute. It's dope. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It was. I mean, don't get it wrong. I love that record. I love performing. I love that the people love it. But it's not like if you ask me to name my 10 favorite joints, every joint, I mean 10 favorite boot camp joints, every joint will be a joint more aggressive than that joint.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
If you
I
could
mean,
say,
but we was playing the game though. You know what I'm saying? We was mindful. It was like that beat. We picked that beat because it was soft. You know what
okay.
I'm saying? I mean, not as aggressive. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? We knew. I mean, I knew. Like, I was like, yo, we're gonna rhyme hard as fuck on it, so we're gonna need something to balance it out
mm-hmm.
because at that point. it felt like we had to work so much harder for every little inch we got in the game. It's like everything we made, it was like niggas always had like radio always had some excuse of to why they couldn't play it. It was too hard. It was too this. It was too many curses or too violent or too something. Man, all right, fuck it, got you. Watch this.
Yeah. But people always wind up with the music though.
Yeah, the people who care, you got to
Yeah.
understand. You got a certain amount of people who are fans for real. You know, who really love dope music, who seek it out and whatever. And then you got the rest of the people who the industry dictates to them what is dope, what they
Mm-hmm.
like. If they don't hear it on the radio, then it must not be that good.
That's
You
a fact.
understand what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Big fact.
Yo, we got DJ Shavi in the building.
Yo.
Rock.
What's goody?
You know what I mean? Yo, Shavi, you
What
got
it look
something to
like.
ask the brother?
Yeah, Rock. Where was the your favorite place to travel and perform?
um, that question is so easy and so hard at the same time.
Hmm.
I mean, always my favorite place to go has switched. Like one of my favorite places, my favorite place. I used to have two, hands down. One was Los Angeles, and the other one was Amsterdam. And once weed got legal everywhere, well, not everywhere, but
Fuck
like
Amsterdam, right?
because I loved Amsterdam for the fact that it was just so legal. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't legal, you could go and it's technically not legal, but niggas is opening whole fucking storefronts, coffee shops and shit where you could go in and legally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
When a cop will give you a lighter, nigga, it's legal,
This shit
right?
is
So
legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, so I loved it for that, and because I would see black people out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of places I go overseas, you go to some countries and you don't see no black people, and no disrespect to nobody else's race, but let's not get this shit twisted. Be racism ain't only in America. That shit is
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
That's
Word.
a
You
fact.
understand what I'm
Word.
saying?
Big fact.
Like check out a football game, not football, soccer,
Soccer.
football.
Yeah.
Check out
Mm-hmm.
them shits in like all over the country and shit. Like and like it's an international game, and there's a lot of black people that play that shit, and they go in certain countries and get wild out on because they black. I was just talking about this shit with Monster Nation Jade, just like I believe like the a couple of days ago, like they like niggas some black people like as soon as they touch the ball, niggas throwing bananas and shit on like you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
a nigga antenna's gotta always be up no matter where I go. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of so a lot of these places, and even if my antennas ain't up, even if I'm just whatever, I go a lot of these places where there ain't no black people, and I enjoy myself thoroughly in these places too. But when you see some black people, a lot of them, it always make that shit. When you add that in the mix, you in a European country, you can smoke all the weed you want. Like people are giving you weed for no fucking reason. Like I, like you gotta throw weed away before you leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't fly with it type of shit. Like so that became that quickly became one of my favorite places. But as the weed started to legal up out here and shit, you know, it's like, well, shit, California has always been California. And and honestly speaking, the weed in Cali is better than the weed over there. Well, it was back then. Now I think, weed has gotten better around the world.
Yeah.
And,
The science
you
behind it
know,
is crazy now. Word.
yeah, it's because people have perfected the science. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So now that's the type of, it's just like that. But the weather ain't that good overseas in Amsterdam and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? If I could smoke just the same way I was smoking in Amsterdam in California, and I got palm trees and shit, then
Yeah.
that kind of wipes Amsterdam off. That kind of took them out of the runnings. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yo,
But yeah, I mean,
we got three more questions for you. I'm gonna let you enjoy the
mm-hmm.
rest of that blunt. You know what I'm
Got a
saying?
blunt going. Gone
It's
gone.
gone.
That's out of here.
Gone
That
gone.
shit is out
I try to get to mine, B.
of here.
Hmm.
Three more. Three
Blood
more.
Nah, I
gone.
mean, yo, if you could say, yo, this is what hip hop did for me, what would you say?
Hip hop saved my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
Mm.
And the
If you,
lives of a lot of people I love too.
okay,
Fire.
what will be your top five rappers of all time, dead or alive?
I can't.
But when you
I
riding
can't.
around, who you banging?
Me.
Uh huh.
Um yeah, mostly me and my niggas. Like, you know, like
I always
it's
love that
just
nigga Teflon, son. That nigga voice is crazy.
yeah, Tef is dope. You know what I mean? But like I got so like it's like I be working on so much shit, working with artists and shit, and then you know then not working, like being a family dude and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit. So it's like you don't get to listen to as much music like it's not like when I was younger and music was the sound, music was the backdrop of my day all day every day.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do listen to music, I go looking for certain shit, you know what I mean? And usually it's some shit that I got a lot of shit on my plate. Like I gotta write some shit, or I gotta listen to some shit that I just now did, or I'm sequencing my own album, my own mixtape, or my own whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We working. It's listening to music is work for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't enjoy it and love it. I'm just saying like it's become a job. Like it's been consumed by my work life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. I got that. I feel that. That's dope. Yo, you
Mm.
be rocking some t-shirts, son. I've been
Oh
peeping
yeah, I
game.
mean I got a lot of t-shirts for sale and
Where
whatnot. I'm
where you
about
be getting
to
them shits from?
I mean, which ones do you mean? Where I be getting them from? Like I be making them. Well, I be
Oh,
having
you
them
make them?
made.
Yeah, your shits is fire, B.
The the album covers and shit, like with the
Yeah.
yeah, like those are like I be having those made and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I sell those right on my Bandcamp. Um, I got some other shirts on the way. I got a whole bunch of like new designs coming. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Some of them like those album cover sublimated shirts. Those are gonna stay on my Bandcamp probably for now. But on my website, iamrockness.com, you about to get a whole bunch of new designs and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, if people want to get in touch with you, where they go?
Well, the quickest way, I mean, like, is IG. I'm on IG at RocknessBCC. If you're trying to handle some business, then send us an email at teamrockness@gmail.com. But, other than that, I'm all over social media. I'm on Facebook, Rock of Helter Skelter. I'm on Twitter, _Rockness _. I'm on YouTube under Monster Nation. Um,
Mad fire on there.
yeah, appreciate it. And what else? I think that's yeah, I'm available. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but the one I'm addicted to is Instagram. So if you're looking for me, find me there.
Okay. Yo, we appreciate your time, B.
Already, I appreciate y'all, man.
Word. Laid it down, know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? Let these people know some real hip hop shit.
Yeah, man. And yo, man, like I feel like we ain't talk enough about my new shit. I got a lot of new shit jumping. You know what I mean?
Jump into it.
Yeah, like I got every I got a Monster Monthly series going on right now. Every month this year, I got a new song dropping. I
Mm-hmm.
started with "Pay Me." That's off the Me and Ron Brow's album. Then in February, I did "Be Better," which I got a video for that out. The video came out 2 months late, but the song came out in February. Then March, was a joint called "Winner's Circle."
Mm-hmm.
Then April was what was April? April is No Guts, No Glory. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And like these shits is crazy too. Like these shits is ain't just throwaway songs. These shits is joints. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And May, um, It's got a joint out there right now. It's called it's a collab. It's a collab with my man Rusty Jux. And my man yeah, it's called Money Heist. Check
Okay.
within the next 20 minutes you're gonna see that shit all over my page and all over my social media. You know what I mean? But, so yeah, that's the May joint, and like every month it's gonna be a joint. It's gonna be a joint. So you know what I mean? I put out an album, a solo album, rocking this AP. You know what I mean? So it's just I say all this to say I got a lot of I got a lot of solo shit. Respect to all of the boot camp shit and all the helter skelter shit. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of dope shit, and I rap better now than I did back then. So anybody watching this, you really might want to check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I've been watching, you know what I'm saying, for like the last 2 or 3 days. And I just been running through like mad new shit, like months and you know what I'm saying, last year. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
son.
this nigga got a lot of fucking records, B.
Yeah, I just
That's
went
what I'm
just
talking about.
yesterday, last night. I typed in my name on YouTube, and I just looked just in a in a guest profile, not on my shit, not on, you know, because the shit algorithm it play the shit that you like. I went in on,
Yeah.
under as a guest on this shit, and I typed in Rock This Monster, and I just looked at the first 12, just went down the line. It's a lot. It's a lot of new shit come up before you get that old shit, and that's a good thing because this new shit is stupid, my nigga. Like real talk,
Yeah.
like. A lot of niggas, I feel like it's important for me to say this because ain't nobody saying this, but a lot of niggas, like, a lot of niggas talk a whole lot of '90s rappers shit, and the truth of the matter is, a lot of the niggas from the '90s, they don't rap the way they used to be. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a
Like,
fact.
they they don't. You know what I'm saying? And me, I rap better. I promise you that. A lot of these niggas running around here just living off a '90s past. Not me. I think a lot of niggas from the '90s trash, honestly. So, like, real talk. Like, I say that to say this. When I say this shit crazy, like I'm standing on that. Like, I'm not just saying it. Understand that. I understand that this ain't the same shit. This ain't no old nigga trying to take you back to the '90s. This is a grown ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying to push this shit forward.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not. I'm not taking back to the '90s. I'm not with that. I'm
Yeah.
trying to push this shit forward.
This shit
You
is
know what I'm
right
saying?
now.
Word.
Right. And I got mad young niggas too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got young nigga music. I got grown nigga music. I mean, like I got little bros. Like these niggas I've been like in the original Operation Lockdown video. Remember I told you it was two videos. In the first video, it's a little nigga he was 3 years old in that video. That nigga is about 26 right now, and he one of my deadliest weapons lyrically. My nigga Mike Millie, you know
Fire.
what I mean? You like he is a fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, but but he young boy rap. You understand? But he got bars.
Yeah.
He came from the school of, you know what I'm saying? The school of Helter Skelter. Like he stay tuned, my niggas.
That's
Stay
dope.
tuned.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, you
Stay
got it.
tuned. Don't. I mean, I appreciate y'all for looking back, but we can't get that back. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a
We can't
fact.
get that back. You know what I'm saying? The only way as a culture, the only way we gonna do like the best thing we could do, the best thing we could do is champion the new shit. That's dope. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, yo.
If it's dope, like I mean, if it's half-assed, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's dope, the best thing we could do is all right. No, this is the same nigga who did this. He's doing this now. This is Rockness 3.0, 3.5. So I'm telling you, trust me.
Nigga, your ball game, the way you put that bop 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 bop, like the way you put that shit together be sounding like that shit is like rapid fire, B, and I love that shit.
More, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot goes into that. I'm glad niggas. I'm glad that somebody appreciate it, and I don't know nobody who don't appreciate it. I mean, once if you present it, if it's presented to them,
Mm-hmm.
you got some people, you could, a lot of people, I mean, if it's an out of sight, out of mind thing. You know what I'm saying? If our radio, if our radio niggas, our bloggers, all our media niggas, you know, if we just continue to love the shit that's underground and keep it to ourselves, then what good are we doing it? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna front. I
Nah, I
never
mean,
liked that label underground because the shit is here for you. Like you can really find this shit, but it's like the mainstream act like they don't fuck with it.
yeah, but a lot of dudes, a lot of people with in any position to do something about it either don't know they're in a position to do something about it or to help, or they just don't try. They don't give a fuck because they'll tell me that you know they'll praise me in my face, but they'll still go back to playing the shit that the shit that's quote unquote popping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these DJs on mainstream whatever's right platforms, and they'll see me and they'll show me all the love in the world. You know what I'm saying? Talk all kind of real nigga shit, right? But they ain't allowed to play me on their daytime radio show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you niggas, all right, you ain't allowed to play me then, but you could do some shit though, right?
Play something.
No, I mean like you DJ at clubs,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
make a
That's what I'm saying.
mixtape, you could do, you understand what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you could do like it's something you could do. You just want to see me and be like, yo, keep doing what you doing. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you one of the greatest and all this shit. You want to be a grown man bowing and but you don't do shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do something. Use be creative. Do something. Make
Mm-hmm.
a fucking mixtape or something. You know what I'm saying? Put the
That's the
artist
part of hip hop that be killing me. It be like, yo, a nigga be like, yo, that's my man, son. That's my man. That's my bro. That's my son. They say all this dumb shit, but then you go to these niggas spots and you don't hear none of those records get played. They play the same shit they play on the fucking radio.
Same shit over and over.
I mean, why don't you go, yo, send me a record like this?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But what I do understand is, on those major platforms, they're not allowed to play just any and everybody's shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Certain protocols they have to follow. But that's why I tell you, be creative, nigga. Be more than a fucking mule for the machine. Be an
Mm.
actual DJ. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got your email. I'm gonna send you some music after this is over. You know what I'm saying? I got some heat over here on Long
You know,
Island.
you're ready. That's what's up.
Word.
That's what's up, man. Word up, man. This shit, yeah, shit, man. Let's get to it.
Word.
I'm
Yeah,
with
you know,
any and those. We
we
with
got
the
a nice studio
shits.com
set up
over
over
here.
here. We got a nice studio
Word.
set up over here, B.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where y'all at?
Long Island.
Long Island.
Social media
Whew.
house. Shit ain't far.
Nah, shit. I'm in Arizona right now, but
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's kind
damn.
of
Oh
far.
nah,
That's
that's
kind of
far.
far. Goddamn.
That's like
That's pretty
a 3 day drive.
damn near. Word.
Sheesh. Well, next time you in New York, B, you gotta pull up. Know what I'm saying?
Definitely pull up.
Nah, you already when they let us back outside.
Yeah. As soon as they open up outside, I'm out there.
Nah, I'm gonna let y'all get this. I'm gonna let niggas get that first batch of air. Yeah.
Right. it's like the new iPhone came out. Let y'all get it
Right. Wait,
first.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what's up with them recalls first.
Word,
Yeah.
Is it?
Yo, we
Is
definitely
it?
appreciate the time, B. Know what I'm saying?
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Word. Yo, this is live at the barbershop. Y'all already know what it is, man. We brought y'all the man himself, Rock, from Helter Skelter. Yo, he got a lot of fucking music out there. So y'all already know what to do, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's support this man.
I got an album coming out with Ron Browse. I got an album coming out with Rusty Jukes. I got an album coming out with Rockweiler. I got an album coming out just with my own home team, which is fucking stupid. Like, stay tuned, B. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Stay
let's get
tuned.
it. Let's get it.
Y'all know what it is, B. If you build a tight foundation, your roof won't collapse. Rock, what up?
What's good?
Oh yeah. Yo. So let's get a couple drops, B. You know, live at the barbershop, woo, whatever.
All right. They gonna be video or they gonna just be audio?
Video.
All right. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Hey yo. You are now rocking with the best. It's Mr. Monster Man Rocco. And we are live at the barbershop. I'm about to get myself fixed up right now, because right now I'm looking like Gruff Daddy. Gruff Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Monster.
Yo, we could get one for Pure Hood Radio.
Pure Hood Radio?
Yep.
All right. Ready? Hey yo, it's your boy Rockin' this Monster repping Help to Scale the Boot Clamp. But one more time. Clamp. Hey yo, it's your